as involved as he was a week ago.
He really did. He was good out in the field. He was good down near the red zone. He's a matchup problem that you know this quarterback is going to be trying to find early in this game. The defense has to have a plan for him, David. It'll be interesting to see how they try to defend him.
Well, and that's the problem. It's so hard when your best playmaker is a tight end to plan for him, because how you treat him is everything, and they can still run the football with him, and they can still throw it to him, and he's just a nightmare matchup. And, you know, you want to slow him down, like make some of those easy touches a little bit harder for him, but you know he's going to get his.
Followed that blocking and got 5 out to the 26.
Yeah, and it's a nice decision by the quarterback when you run these RPOs. Man, if you can give it to him and you can get such positive yards like that, continue to do it. Make that defense react a different way, then I'll throw the football.
Snagged in the middle. It's Moore. The Longhorns get the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered.
And here comes the heat, and they get home, and they get him at the 21.
And a great job by the defense, dropping in zone coverage, all eyes on the quarterback, taking away the options, and then finally the pass rush gets home, gets him on the ground.
Finds his tight end. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. The Longhorns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. To the air, it's Manning. Got the back over the middle. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down. And the Longhorns are moving quickly down the field. Looking to throw on first down. Fires to the big fella. He gets it down to the 36 before being knocked out of bounds. And the Longhorns will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to throw again. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Texas!
It's so nice to have these big playmaking tight ends that are basically oversized receivers. They can play down the field to him. Huge catch radius, makes the play, and then I love the run after the catch. These guys can do this nowadays. He does the rest of the work and gets into the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. The Bearcats offense will try to get something started with their first possession. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. The give on the inside. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Going to swing it on 2nd down. And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. They'll tell you that somebody's always going to pop open, but it didn't happen in time before they got the sack.
No, it did not. And you know what? I'm going to remember this. I'm going to remember zone defense. They didn't really have an answer. They weren't ready to get rid of the football. Quarterback hesitated. I got to him and got him on the ground. Might be a good call later on in the game.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Makes the grab. He stopped at the 15. Not enough for the first down, and you'd think we'd see the punt team. The Bearcats will line up to punt it away. They'll have to punt for the first time this afternoon. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So now the Longhorns take over, and they'll send out the offense. To the air, it's Manning. Already a solid... Oh, it's picked off. A rare mistake from this guy. Got room on the return. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Bearcats! What a play by this defense with the pick six.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense, go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Rides the back and leaves it. Not much doing there. He gets it to the 26, a gain of 1. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Looking to fire. Here's the heat. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete. The Longhorns line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Not going to risk a return here. He'll make the fair catch. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They really didn't move the ball at all the last time they had it, hoping for better fortune this time around. Finds a little space. They pick up half of it. It'll be 2nd and 5. The Bearcats come to the line in the hurry-up.
Yeah, he does a really good job being decisive, getting downhill, being a great runner. And guess what? You know how easy offense is when you get me at 2nd and short, 2nd and medium? Everything in the playbook is open to you.
Dropping back, it's Watson. Oh, they're after him. Hit as he throws. He's got it on the outside. They get him corralled, but not until he's in the red zone. They'll mark it at the 14. And the quick shuffle pass. That completion gets them inside the 10, and the defense is running out of room to defend. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. And his molars are probably rattling after that big hit, but he did get the first down.
But so many of these read plays with quarterbacks, because they're so smart and they're so athletic now, he makes the correct read, the correct decision, goes and gets the first down, new set of downs. Great job by the quarterback.
And he never had a chance, just stopped as soon as he got it. He'll run it to the middle, looking for the end zone. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bearcats! The AT unit on the field.
I love running backs that have a nose for the goal line, understand how to get there, finish strong into the end zone, know I get 6, and then go celebrate with your boys.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Gives it on the option. That'll be enough for a fresh set of downs. He gets it to the 32. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. Dropping back, it's Manning. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical, and early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
grabbed over the middle. It's Moore. Makes the grab, but not quite enough for the first down, but a good gain on that play.
I love offenses and quarterbacks that are willing to take the easy stuff. Take those easy throws that are guaranteed to get positive yards. Yeah, I'm going to take big shots down the field too. But don't forget, it's easier to pick up 2nd and 5, 3rd and 5 than it is when we start getting those long yardage situations.
On 3rd and short, the power run here. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Looking downfield on first down. Looking to the big tight end. Picked off, and they ruin an early drive with the turnover.
Man, another mistake by this. Listen, he is an elite quarterback. He's really, really good. He's pressing too much. Jesse, the #1 job of a quarterback, you better protect the football. I don't care how good you are, you better protect it.
Yeah, you just got to take what the defense is giving you, and I agree, David. It looks like right now he's trying to force the big play instead of just checking it down or throwing away. He's got to do a better job working through his progressions right now. He's got tons of talent. He's making bad decisions.
Heading in the opposite directions now as we crank it up in the second. First play of the period, first down here. Back to throw, it's Watson. Blasted as he lets it go. Catch in the middle, it's Black. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8. And the Bearcats moving quickly to the line. They'll run it on 1st and goal. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They'll try to pass it in on 3rd and goal. Oh, and he dropped it. He had a touchdown right in his hands and couldn't hang on. It'll be 4th down. And they decide to trot out the kicker. This whole play is going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise.
And that's not the way they wanted to end the drive, but nice job being ready and your field goal kicker coming through and putting 3 points on the board.
On the move from inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, that they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Wants to throw on first down. Good timing on the quick out. And he'll step across the sidelines after making a good gain on that one.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver, and you're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Now the play fake. Might be looking to run. On the move to the right and looking for a big one. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch. The Longhorns are facing 3rd and inches. Trying to pick it up on the ground. Just nowhere to go against this defense to find that single yard he needed on 3rd down.
Man, what a response by this defense. First down, you give up 9 yards and set them up in great position on 2nd down. But nice pass defense, staying disciplined on 2nd down. And then 3rd down, just meeting the physical challenge. Great job by this defense.
Turning it on. An explosive play in the running game as he's got the first down.
Well, this is an offense that really prides themselves on running the football. There was no question they were going to go for it there on 4th and short. Not only did they get the first down, they rip off an explosive play on the ground.
Motion from the wide receiver. Quarterback making adjustments. Looking downfield, it's Manning. Makes the grab. It's Wingo. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there. Still a bit short of the first down. The Longhorns in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Longhorns! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
Really nice job working the route, getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air. And this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They had to settle for the chip shot field. Last time, Jesse, they'd love for this one to pay off bigger.
Yeah, it just comes down to execution, too. Did a nice job out in the field, stalled a little bit once they got down to the goal line, so they just need to be a little bit more crisp here.
Yeah, and listen, I think the first part was the most important part. You got to put the drive together first to get down there. Now, when we get down there, focus on execution and getting 6 points.
Opening play of this drive comes from the 13-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And he is just engulfed at the line by this giant defensive tackle.
I think if you're the coaching staff, you have to like what you've seen from this guy.
And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line. The defense coming up big there, and the sack is great, but the secondary deserves some credit too.
No doubt, when you can cover like that in the secondary and drop back in your zone and only rush a few, and you feel comfortable getting home and they're going to get to the quarterback, that is a great feeling, and it's fun to be a defensive coordinator calling the plays.
Brought down at the 16-yard line, and that will likely bring out the punt team. And the Bearcats decide to punt it away. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Wants to adjust the pattern. Back to pass, it's Manning. Rushes on him. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
Hey, listen, it's important at that position to be able to be good off schedule. Everything's easy when it's on time. You can get the ball out. But when things break down, they get off schedule, you've got to have a guy back there that can make the right decisions. He did exactly that.
And the Longhorns pick up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
To the ground. He's got it again. Tough run, gets it into the red zone, and they've knocked him down at the 17. And the Longhorns can really attack on this second and short. He'll keep it himself. And he'll lose yardage on this play. Loses 2 yards. Great job by the defense.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
Grab near the sticks. It's Moore. They make the stop at the 5-yard line, but they've got it first and goal. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. And guys, how much better does it feel if you go to that locker room with a lead? They have a chance to do it here. He works his way all the way down to the 3, and the defense is reeling.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain.
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Texas!
And that is exactly what you want from your offense. Man, late in the half, you want to execute and then punch it in physically on the ground. Take the lead going into the half. Take all the momentum. Nice execution on the drive by that offense.
And the extra point was good to finish things off. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Tight end in motion, see how the D reacts. And I think they'll give him 2 on that one, 2nd and 8 coming up. The Bearcats will hustle with the line. Back to throw, it's Watson. And the rush will get to him at the 25. They'll hurry to the line here to try to get off that 3rd down play. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pressure gets to him again, another sack. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. The Bearcats will punt this one away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. Wouldn't call it a shank, but I don't think he'll include it on his greatest hits. And the returner will be knocked down. And here come the horns. They've got it again on offense. On that last drive, defense had no idea what was happening, run or pass, and it wound up in the end zone, Jesse.
Yeah, you saw the experience in this offense that last drive, too, on that touchdown. Everybody on the same page. These guys have repped these plays over and over in practice and in game.
Always a welcome play for the defense as they get a sack at the 47. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play.
Well, that's not how you want to start a drive. On the very first play, you give up a sack and you lose a ton of yards. Quarterback, you've got to know, just throw the ball away, know when the play is over.
Back to throw, time running short in the half. Sends it downfield. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers and he couldn't hold on. The Longhorns need a massive chunk play to move the sticks here on 3rd down. He wants to throw it. Quarterback now breaking the field. Can't find a man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40.
That's why, as a defense, it's so important to win early downs. You win 1st and 2nd down, you set up 3rd and long. Now you can pin your ears back and get after the QB.
That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
Fellas, you've been calling a first-rate game so far from Austin today. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the 2nd half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
Back to throw, it's Watson. Flips it out on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the 1st down. DKR heating up and trying to make 3rd down impossible here. From the gun, wants to pass. Fakes to grab. He'll be stopped about 2 yards short of a 1st down. And the Bearcats will try to pin them back with the punt. He's going to try to flip the field with this one. Well, what that punt lacked in height, it made up for by being short. And the coverage team gets the returner on the ground. They'll start this drive from the 42. Going right to work up top. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces 2nd down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
This time he's got it. They finally get to him. But what a play there to pick up the first down. Guys, the levels of hype and impatience awaiting the arrival of Arch Manning pretty much unsustainable over the last couple of years. Meanwhile, Quinn Ewers was pretty doggone good. But Arch is pretty deserving of all of this attention, I'd say, Jesse.
He's very, very talented. That jumps off the film when you watch him. You can see why he was so highly regarded coming out of high school. You can see why Texas fans are so impatient to finally watch what he does this year. Now, it's one thing to do it against Louisiana Monroe. It's one thing to do it against UTSA and Mississippi State. Can he do it against the Georgias? Can he do it against the big boys in the SEC on a consistent basis? We can't wait to find out.
Kind of like that big, reliable security blanket. And that's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive touch.
They've got it just outside the red zone. They'll move the chains. It's at the 21. The Longhorns have their offense in high gear. Looking downfield, it's Manning. It's complete to the left. And the defense had that one well covered. Just a short gain there.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Making side adjustments here. Going up top again. He's got it on the run. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business for the first and goal. The offense threatening. Close to the end zone now with a new set of downs. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line. Offense trying to pay it off on second and goal. Wants to go up top. Floating away. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, Longhorns! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
Let's see if he can make a play on the return. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. Lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Snags a quick pass on the left. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bearcats are in the hurry-up.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage. Ready?
And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. Dropping back, it's Watson. And he feels the heat coming and it burns him up. Another sack.
I tell you what, if I'm this QB, I am ill as a hornet in my offensive line. Are you kidding me? That's the 6th time they put me on the ground. Dudes, will y'all protect me a little bit better, please?
Wide open and it's a foot race. They won't get him. It's a touchdown.
Punt returners, man, you just got to make one guy miss. You make the first two miss, and then a lot of times it's off to the races. This guy is so dangerous in the open field, as he shows right there on the punt return touchdown.
And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Georgia Southern is darn near perfect offensively today. This is almost exactly the way they drew things up this week in practice. They're up 14 over the Judicials. This one has actually kind of exceeded expectations. Always a memorable chapter in the book of college football.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Not much there. They'll give him 1 to the 14. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down.
And that wasn't a big gain, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast.
And he's swallowed up at the line of scrimmage by the big defensive tackle. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. He'll off one deep down the left side. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's 4th down. The Bearcats send out the punt unit. And these guys have been busy. 6th punt of the day. He'll try to field the punt and see if he can give his offense a better field position. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
And sticking to the run. I'll tell you what, a lot of teams that are really good are really stubborn, and they continue to run the football even with little success. So this offense is going to continue to focus on running the football, you can tell.
Grabbed in the middle, it's Moore. Dragged down, but they'll move the sticks for a first down. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Leaves it with the back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front? They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Wants to throw. It's Manning. Fires to the wideout. Got it in the middle. It's Moore. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29.
That's a nice-looking catch on that play, and I know Texas is known for DBs, and they're known for having really good running backs. Not a lot of great receivers over the years. I'll tell you what, though, this guy has really showed up in this game. He's making plays, and I know they want to continue to build a legacy at this position here in this program.
Can hang on, and he'll tell you he really should have made that catch, and he had an opportunity right in the middle. It'll be 2nd down. He caught it. And the beatdown has ensued. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead. This dude is lighting it up for the Horns, and some old school Horn fans starting to think about that 500-yard 4-touchdown day Vince Young had against Oklahoma State.
And bringing back great memories, and there's been some good runs at quarterback. You think about Colt McCoy, too, man. He put up some serious numbers, some serious wins. Can this be the next guy to catapult this offense, to bring Texas back to prominence?
A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. Got room to work. And the defense makes a big hit and knocks him down. And the Bearcats with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Hand off from the shotgun. He's brought down, but it'll be enough for a first down. And talk about spreading the ball around. Everyone getting a chance to show off the hands based on the number of targets we've seen. So first down will open up the final period. They're going to ride this running back. He breaks a tackle. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. And the Bearcats can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Back to pass, it's Watson. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Not a whole lot of room there on that screen pass as it just never developed.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
And he gets it done on third down. They move the chains, and they'll mark it at the 44. Finally, some signs of life from this offense, which has done nothing in the second half. It's 1st and 10. Just too much juice on that one as he airmails his receiver out of bounds.
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
On third down, he drops to throw. He finds a soft spot in the middle. That'll be enough for the first down as they stop him at the 43-yard line. The Bearcats come to the line with a new set of downs. To the air on first down. Makes the catch. It's Humphries.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just getting the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
They'll go to the air on second and short. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Takes it the other way. He's inside the 40. Past the 20. And it's going to be a pick six. Touchdown Longhorns! They extend the lead here in the fourth, and after stumbling early, about to push their record to 3-1.
Dude, you didn't think it could get any worse, right? You thought this game's over as it is anyways. Offense still throwing the football, still trying to make plays, and the defense just continues to pour it on, gets the pick, makes its way all the way to the end zone.
And he's going to bring it out. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Bearcat offense ready to go back to work. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do, because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
Looking to pass. It's Watson. Bought a little time. Lets it go. Just a short pass to the tight end. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5. Now on first down from the 28.
First down for the offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a third down and 3. The Bearcats come to the line on third and short, looking to keep this drive moving. Quarterback on the keeper. Hard running there. Slithers into space. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down. And the Bearcats are marching down the field. They'll send the tight end in motion. Leaves it with the running back. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to fire. Trying to set up the screen. And that did not work. Defense smelled that one out from the beginning. The Bearcats are in a mess here on 3rd and a mile. From the gun, wants to pass. It's complete to the right. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. The Bearcats will bring the punt team onto the field. On his way back from the 20. Was looking for more running room, but found nothing but more tacklers. He's down at the 24. They'll get things started on this drive from the 24. They'll run the option. Now the pitch. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
It's a veteran defense. They've seen option before. They were prepared to see it in this game, and you're seeing it on that play right there. Everybody doing a great job with assignment football, staying in their gaps, accounting for anyone who can have the football. They were ready for the pitch guy that time. They're able to make a quick stop.
They've got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. He wants to change this route. To the air. It's Manning. Unloads to the wideout. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a 4th down. No signs of any kind of kicker as they'll leave the offense out there to try to move those chains. Gets the back moving. On 4th down, he'll try to toss it. They get to him as he throws. It's incomplete, and the defense comes up with a stop. Great place to start for this offense. Starts a drive trying to go up top. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30.
And I bet the frustration meter for this offense is so high. If you can't keep your quarterback upright, it's hard to move the ball. It's hard to score points. This offensive line has not protected him at all, and that's why so many sacks keep happening.
And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again.
And that play is a microcosm of what this game has been. They have not been able to protect their quarterback all game long. Early or late, up front, moving forward, this offense has got to do a better job or else they're going to be in a lot of trouble. You cannot give up as many sacks as they have in this game and expect to win.
They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. So after putting 3 on the board, the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
And here comes the Texas offense back on the field. What a feeling this has to be, David, in complete control and headed toward victory formation.
Yeah, no stress, under a couple minutes left in the ball game. Well in hand. These are the ones, Jesse, you like to just run the clock, take a knee, whatever you want.
No doubt. They're going to love watching this game film, too. There's just so many positives to take away from this. And this is the kind of performance today that is really going to help this offense's confidence.
And I'll tell you what, it's really nice at this point in the game if you can lean on your run game. When you have the lead, you've got the football late in the game, you can chew that clock and start to really make that defense have a little bit of panic.
Pulls and fires it complete to the right. They'll make the stop, but that 1st down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking for a man. It's Manning. Pressure coming. He lobs one high down the left side. And how about that DB getting a hand in there and forcing the incomplete pass?
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know a lot's went wrong, but let's live in this moment and try to be great right here to end the game.
Here's the pressure. And he is finding wide open defenders all over the field. His 3rd interception of the day. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Punts it out of the air. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? The inside handoff. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a 1st down. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. From the 14-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Caught over the middle. It's Black. He kept him out of the end zone, but it'll be 1st and goal from the 1-yard line.
Yeah, and what a nice job seeing it, reacting, and throwing it. When you run these RPOs, you want to read the defense really quickly. Is he playing run? Okay, boom, I'm going to throw the slant right behind him. Nice job by the QB.
He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Yeah, what a great job by the defense. You got to understand, it's physical time, right? They want to run the football when they start getting inside the 5. Nice job getting penetration, getting the tackle for the loss.
Fires into the end zone. And it's caught for a touchdown. They're going to play this one through to the end, but this is pretty much window dressing.
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. When we're taking shots, we need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. And after this play, the cake will be baked. Quarterback may change this route. Off the play fake on first down to throw. Going for it all. And as the ball goes to the turf, the clock has hit 0. After not really playing their best earlier this season, people said, this team is bad. Now they won 3 in a row. This team is good. People were fickle.
Yeah, and we're probably the ones who were saying that a little bit, Reese, because they were struggling. It didn't look like they knew